Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your XLR Boost 31 QB travel trailer toy hauler. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. On your campsite, you got a little slide, but you also got a big awning. Leave room for that to come in and out. On your off camp side, you got your big slide, but I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Power is going to be back here underneath your garage, and your water is going to be right there by it. So just behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook your hitch. First thing we're going to do is level your unit. Your unit does come with a power tongue jack. A night docking light, should you arrive at night, simply raise or lower until you're level. If you lose power, underneath this rubber stopper right here, that little hand crank will go in there and bring this up and down if you don't have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time. Once we got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Your unit comes with power stabilizing jacks. All we're going to do is hit extend here. As these come down, you'll see one side will come down before the other sometimes. As they come down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop. As you see, sometimes you got to straighten your feet out here. I'm going to recommend those jack pads. Grab a 4-pack of those with your 10% off coupon. Put them down underneath these and run these down just until they're taut. Remember, our unit's already level. We're just going to stabilize it. Run that down, bam. Once it feels like it's going to start lifting the unit, stop. Run those two down in the front. Do the same back here in the back. Get our unit level and stable. We can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Your power cord, long 30 amp cord, plugs in here on the side. They go in at an angle. Once it's in, twist it to the right and then put on your black washer. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need it, a 30 to 15 adapter. If you need to plug into a 110 somewhere, it comes with your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Campsites, we're going to hook up the city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in here because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up, hook up your hose. Don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is located over on the campsite. This will lift right up off here. We're just going to make sure that is set to max and that you're turned on. Then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose has been on for a little while, once you go inside and deploy your slides if you need to, what I need you to do is get inside and open up your water lines. Open up your water taps, get all the air flowing out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Once it is, shut them taps off, then you'll know your hot water heater is full. You can crank that up from indoors. Now let's say we're going camping and we're not going to use city water, we're going to go dry camping or boondocking. In that case, we're going to fill up our fresh water tank. Water pressure regulator again. Now the way to tell this is full is go inside to your control panel, and there's a freshwater button. You're going to hold that down until this tank is full. Don't leave this unattended while you're filling it. Once it's full, remove that hose, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up with power and water. We're ready to camp. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Starting here in your off camp side rear. Again, city water, fresh water, cable and satellite. There's your power. There's your fueling station. There's a vent that you can push out from indoors. A ladder. Pull that out towards you. Remove those cotter pins, pull it out, and you can climb up there. Check the seams of your roof a couple times a year. Caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Your garage door here, you are prepped for a backup camera there. Your rear stabilizing jacks, leash link in case you want to bring a pet with you. A couple of outdoor speakers. You can set up a TV out here. The same mount indoors will come out here, snap on here, cable in 110. A couple of black tank flushes we'll talk about when leaving the campsite. Outdoor shower with hot and cold water. Got your low point drain up underneath here, right by the tire. Again, your hot water heater. Let's say flue for your furnace. Two things on that: don't block the opening, and if you run your furnace, steer clear. That does get a little hot. It's a vent for your microwave. Your other outdoor speaker. Stabilizing jacks. Pass-through storage. There's a table that you can put up in your garage. There's a hand crank manual override for your slides. The propane does come with a cover and is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. Green means you've got gas. Lastly, up here is your battery disconnect. That'll come important later when we talk about your carbon monoxide detector. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. I'll correct myself here. This crank up here is for your spare tire. Coming back around your off camp side, all prep for a generator here. Down here is our black and gray tanks. Those will be easier access when our slide's closed and we're getting ready to go home. And your fresh water drain. About covers everything out here. Go take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up beside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of emergency. Immediately to your left as you come in, here's your control panel. Up here's where you check your levels of your battery, your fresh tank. That's the one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Black and gray tanks. Up here's where you turn on your fuel pump. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using that fresh water. Lights, ground light, awning light, heat pads. If you're in inclement weather and you think your pads might freeze up, turn this on. This little 12-volt pad on your water tanks. Living room lights, ramp light, front awning. I want to show you something on these awnings. A couple things on yours. First, you want to make sure that your door is at least at 45 degrees here. Otherwise, your awning can catch at it when it comes out. So make sure that you're out here. When you extend these, you want to watch them when you run them out. You're only going to want to run them out until your flap falls down to 90 degrees there and you can see your brown bar. Now that will continue to run itself out past that point and start to run itself up backwards, so keep an eye on it when you're running it out. Make sure you don't run it out farther than you need to. Also, your two slide controls right there. We'll run them back in when we close the unit up. Run your awning back in the rest of the way here. And with yawning in, we'll continue the tour. Coming over to your Furrion fridge. Controls for that are right in here. 110 with GFCI reset. Your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to light. Changes from blue to red. Hit your spark and there you get your flame when your gas is on. Same thing on the oven. Just turn this to light. Hit your spark. That'll light your oven. And then just set it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light anymore. Rock your panel light down. It becomes an oven light. Up above your cooktop, you do have a light and a fan. Self-explanatory microwave. Down here's your heat release. There's access panel to your water panel, water, and access to your water down there. Coming into your living room, you're all prepped for a TV. You hook a TV up on here. When you arrive at the campsite, before you run your digital channel scan for local channels, make sure that green light is on. That's a digital channel enhancer and it'll allow you to pick up more channels. This will pull up off here for mounting. Here's your sound system for Furrion. AM, FM, Bluetooth compatible. Indoors and outdoors. Indoors is zone 1. Shut that off. Won't pick up much in this metal building, but hit a scan here real quick. So AM, FM, Bluetooth, USB. Nice system.
In the game. Well, we kind
Again, indoors. Shut it off indoors. Just have it outdoors. Turn them both back on.
Jeans just right.
Fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors, but the biggest thing now is the heat, folks. Crank this heat up on high. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, instead of wasting your gas, turn this on and it'll get it toasty in here in no time. USBs and lighting here. You have a parachute pole is what I call these. Reach in here and pull up on this handle, and that'll recline your recliner here. Next to your fireplace, access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Got a ton of 15s in there, a few 30s. I highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. More storage here. Your smoke alarm, AC. Go back into the hallway here. Your thermostat. Turn that on. Change our mode to cool. Get our AC cranked up. Here's your AC. Now you notice when I shut the AC off, hold that in to shut it off. It shuts off rather quickly. Now if I turn it back on, hold it, turn it on, go to heat. Hear your heat duct kick on. Now you notice when I shut your heat off, it'll take a few minutes for the heat fan to cycle through before it shuts off. In your bathroom, just want to mention your 110 here. For travel, make sure that you have this shower snapped open. You also have a hand crank open exhaust up there. By the door here in your bathroom is where you would turn on your hot water heater. Change the temperature here. Back in your bedroom, one-touch lighting, emergency escape window. You are prepped for a backer here. You can put one of those mounts here, put a TV. USBs up at the headboard, and a little bit of storage underneath. Access to outdoor storage, where the table for your deck is at, or your garage. Speaking of your garage, let's head on back there. Big garage with your seating back here. Separate bathroom. Does have its own 110 with GFCI reset. Hand crank open, power exhaust vent up there. You have these vents that you can press open to air out your garage. You have exhaust fumes in here. Prep for a TV, a backer right here, cable in 110. You have these snaps for all of your windows, covers. No one can look in and see your toys. Show you quickly how to set one of these into a seat. Open up our legs here. Unsnap this. Bring this down off the wall. Put them both down to have beds on each side. Or just jackknife this up. Lift up on the front, pull the back forward. And there's your seating. More lighting here. USBs above that. Bring the other one down for seating. Let me show you quickly here on how to bring this bunk down. Alright, here in these back corners, you got a couple cotter pins to pull. Make sure those don't get in the groove here. Grab your back strap here. Just gonna pull it down. Once that pulls down, lay your front down. Reverse the process to put it back up. Set that up. Push up and out on the back. Return your cotter pins to keep it back up there. Alright, now we're going to bring your deck down. You will have these padlocked. Just roll these up. Push better is a two-person job, but because of this spring load, one person can walk this down one-handed. Now, to bring this as a ramp, you will remove these cotter pins. Otherwise, keep it as a deck. We're gonna come up here and unhook this Velcro. Got one on each end here. I just got those two off. I could have these guys. Bring these out. Now you got to come up here and you're going to press in on this button. That's going to release this to go. After we push that, that's going to allow you to extend this. That's just going to snap in down there. Same thing over here. Push a rod in. Little button. That's going to allow this to stretch this way. And that's going to snap in like that. Bring your door around. Just say quickly you got your deck. Now reversing the process. If you're on deck, just step on this. Push that back until our little silver button pops back in. Same thing here. Fold this back over. Release that. Push it forward. Now the way to remember which one of these goes in first, your boost is going to be on the outside. Set that one in. Swing this one around. And we'll Velcro them in. Alright, so let's act like we're getting ready to leave the campsite and close the unit up. First thing I like to do is come on here and shut off all my living room lights. And then I can look around and see any individual lights that I need to shut off. I've already shut off our garage, bathroom, and bedroom lights. Come back over, turn the living room back on. At this point, I'm going to say doors and drawers. Go through your whole unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede any slides from coming in. You hit slide in. The one on the left is going to bring in our living room slide. And the one on the right is going to bring in your kitchen slide. See the importance of having all those doors and drawers closed, because this does utilize every inch here. Alright, shut off our living room lights and exit the unit. Now the biggest thing on these steps, folks, is you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this will catch on it. Lift these up inside. We're going to pull this back and lock that door in there. In case you want to go in and check your tanks at the dump station, before you leave the dump station, make sure this door is locked, dead bolted, and secured. If we are out dry camping, we're going to get up underneath here and open up the freshwater tank. It's going to be over on our opposite side. Easier accessible now because it slides in. Get up underneath there and dump that fresh water tank. If we're at a campsite, we're going to unhook our cable, our water, and our power. Bring up all of our stabilizing jacks, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be in front of your tires on your off-camp side. You have 2 of them. You got a 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. You can get a bigger, longer, stronger one from a store and actually set up a Y on that. We're going to start by dumping up here in the front. First thing you're going to do is you're going to pull that black handle. After that black handle sounds like it's no longer draining, you can open up your panel, door, go inside, check your panel, make sure that black tank's open, empty. Once it is empty, leave that black handle open. We're going to go over to our other side. We're going to come over here. Up here on top, we're going to hook up that water pressure regulator, hook up the hose at the dump station, leave that black handle open, and let that hose run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash out your black tank, get all that nastiness out of there. Then we're going to go back over. We're going to close that black handle and we're going to pull that gray handle. That's going to be cleaner water. It's just sinks in your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Once that one's empty, come back here and pull this black handle. Make sure that one's empty. Leave that black handle open. Go over to the other side, do the other black tank flush. When that's done, take that sewage hose, store it in a nice, convenient, sanitary place. Last thing we're going to do is come back over to our campsite. Right over here, your low point drain between your tires here. Get them drained out. And head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this boost for many years to come. Happy camping.